All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mark 37. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 20. Watch the eye. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check 44. Check 44. 8.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 45.
A shotgun snap for Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
20. Check. Crunch.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Tight end to the right, bro. Tight end to the right. Move. Alert. 3 out.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw.
Later.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Great. Keep walking. Watch the safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. You go tight. You got tight right there. Tighten up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's the party now. Check, 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 check. Switch.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Nice, sweetheart. He's crashing. He's checking crash. No. Jump. 20. Kill. Check.
On first down, it's Grant. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check safety. Kill. Turn 8. He's turned.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
It's just me and you. Kill. Gun.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Set. Go, D. Let's go. Check 15. Watch twist. Rush in. 20. Back.
On 2nd down now. It's Grant. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Ready? 180. Check right 45. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Slam. Watch the shit.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handled this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic can get you scored on again.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. We're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Set. 45. 8. 45. Mike, 45. It's our time. It's 8.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. He's got the hook up to Moore. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready.
On 2nd and 2, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it. Yeah. Whip. 20. Under 10. 10. Kill.
They run. Anderson. They'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. McCaffrey following the penalty. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Quick edge. Gun. Check. 25. Check 25. Shoot. He's 20. He's coming. Double up.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check 4. Hey, watch it. Hey, look 3. Look 8.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
51, Sam!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Check 13. Check 13. 36. 36. Undercrush. Undercrush. Undercrush.
Another run. This time McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Ready, 88. Check right 45. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch. Say it, say it, say it. Hey!
From the gun, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. A gain of 8 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Check 45 the money. Now watch one, watch one. Hey.
From the red zone now, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
45 the mic, 45 the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 20. He's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Deuce, 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 deuce. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS.
From the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by James Bradbury. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
He's checking 8. Crash. Check 26. Check it.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He's forced out of bounds.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the eye. Watch.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 24. Check 37. Check 52.
Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
That's another Falcons first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, get it done. Let's go, let's go.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on first and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
22. Hey, here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan, and this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Operating for the gun. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And they go jet sweep. Here's Sanu. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Ready, like 25. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to Slow this down because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Don't get nervous. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Panthers.
Like I said, 180. Here we go. Here we go. You gon' take. You got tape. You got tape right there. Hey! Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. And only able to get two here, stopped at the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Joker, 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 Joker.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
What's that? Right at the 80. He's Mike. What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl? Check. Check. Hot. Check. 6 guys. 20. Check safety. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 8.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, 25. 59. I got it. Hey, quickly.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Now Ryan on 1st down. That's complete to Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll toss it to Smith. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And we'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready. 59. You ain't going nowhere.
After the penalty, it's Smith. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. On this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys? And
not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
Ready. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan has got Smith here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go heavy.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Push him back. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. 20.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Switch.
Back to throw. Newton. Screenplay. Anderson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Newton now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready? Look at it. It's been a long day for you. Whip. Watch the whip. Under 10. 10. Kill. 8. Switch.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 99. Hey. Get the edge. Check.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, now a desperation throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Set. Ready? 37. They're going to need some therapy after this. Ready?
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Carolina, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.